Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. This is Sohail Abbasi from MeritPros. Let's get started. The next point which we are going to cover now is how to implement Jenkins pipeline. For that obviously we have to open our project and everything. Let me go ahead and open our project. There I have my project. Now what I'm doing is basically we are going to create multiple jobs, right? One is for QA, one is for development, and one is for, let's consider, your production. These three projects I'm going to create first. You see here I have committed my code 4 hours ago, right? Just now I'm going to commit once again this code. How we can link this code with the Jenkins I've already told you. So let's try to create a new project, new item, and here freestyle project I'm going to take as a development project MSFS, right? And then I need the details of this project from here. So okay. Now when I'm going to create this project, by default it will give me the field. So I'm going to write here is this is my development project. Fine. And it is giving me the repository part. None, it means no repository. Click on Git and then provide the Git repository. So where is my Git repository? There you go. I'm just copying this Git repository and then I'm pasting it here. Guys, I hope you remember, right, how we have added this Git repository. So this is nothing new which we are doing, right? This is something we have already done earlier as well, and the same thing we are doing. Why I'm not providing any credentials? Because my repository is public. That's why I'm not going to add any credentials as of now. After this, which branch I'm going to take? So here if you come, you can see which branch I'm having here. This is master branch. So I'm going to take this as a master branch. This is my master branch I'm providing. So what I'm saying to my project development project, I'm saying, hey development project, go into this repository. I have all the code for my development in this repository inside my master branch. So you have to take this project, and then here I have written this is my development project. Now the next thing is it asks, okay, how many times I have to execute? So I will go and I select poll SCM, and I am saying, right, you have to run this project after every single minute, right? After every latest commit, you have to go ahead and you have to commit, you have to execute my code from here. And then there is nothing else. I'm going to just provide the command, the build command, because you remember we have discussed about this. This is my project that we have, and here inside src com collection main, this is my normal class I have. I'm going to commit and I'm going to execute this Java class. So I have provided this Java C. It means compilation of my this code till my main class, and then I'm going to take from source folder java com.collection.main. So this is the command, execute shell command I'm going to provide here, right? Now I'm not going into the details of how we have created the JDK, how we have installed the plugins and every other stuff, because we are going to focus on something else. This is not our agenda. The agenda is to create a pipeline, right? And after this, just forget about this part. Now email. So the moment you right click here, the moment you click here, it gives you option called email notification, right? So when I say email notification, it simply means you are going to send this email to people. You are going to send this email to the intended recipient. For example, I have 1 and 2 I have provided by default, right? That even send this email for every unstable build, right? So if my build is failed, it is sending an email. Send separate emails to individuals who broke the build. For example, if I'm committing the code and this is my email ID which I'm writing, so obviously if I'm breaking the build, it will give one more email separately to me as well, that hey boss, whatever the code you have committed, just because you broke the build, I am sending this report to you. So this is email notification part we have, right? These all are the things we have so far in our project, right? Let me simply apply and save it. This is my first project I have. Guys, for project development project, do you guys have any question how to create this project? Remember guys, we are going to deploy the code on development and then QA and then production, right? I am going to create a new project. So development project one I am taking. The next project I am going to take is QA project freestyle. Click OK. Fine. So again, I am going to write this is my QA project, and then I am going to provide the Git repository here. Fine. The branch is, again I have to check the master branch. I am just providing the same repository. You will provide the different repository if you have any different repository, right? For example, this is for my development. You can provide for QA repository. Just to show you how pipeline works, I am going to take a same repository. I'm not going to take any other one because I can have different repositories as well in the Git. But just to save time, I'm showing the same repository here. And then whole SCM click provide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After this, 8 build step, go into your post build action. Email notification you need to send. Fine. So email notification for both separate emails to individuals and everyone. Let's say I'm going to write it on this particular recipient. I'm going to send an email. Apply and see. So this is my another project, right? I've created project QA, project MS Abbasi. First was my development project. Second is my QA project. Now the third project which I'm going to create is production project MS Abbasi freestyle project. Now take the same parameter from this particular code because we can save some time through this. Then this is my production environment. The data I've got from there, master branch, scheduling the code, execute shell command is also fine. I'm going to save it. Now let me go back and change something in my this project, QA project MS Abbasi. Fine. So now guys, if you see, I have development project, I have QA project, and I have production project, right? Three environments I have. Now it's time to create a pipeline. Observe this guys closely, how I create the pipeline. First, I have to click on this plus here, right? Just click on this plus and it says build pipeline view. So I'm going to take is my latest pipeline or MS Abbasi latest pipeline and simply click OK. Now if you see, it is coming and it is saying, all right, in this pipeline, first provide the description. So I'm writing this is my pipeline, fine. And then it is saying based on upstream downstream relationship. So select initial job, right? It means in the pipeline which job you want to execute first. It is asking for that, which job you want to execute first. So I am going to write for my development project, the first I am going to execute. Whenever I am going to commit any code, you have to go and you have to execute this code very first time in the pipeline. So development project, I'm going to commit this code. It is saying refresh frequency, I'm going to put it 1. After every second it will refresh my project. Number of displayed build, so I'm going to say where is my number of displayed build here, last 3 builds. You can show me last 3 builds. Fine. Apply. Okay. Now this is my pipeline. Can you see guys? Right now only development environment is available in my MS Abbasi latest pipeline. Now what is the thing I have to do? See, I'm going in my development project. I'm going to open this project, click on configure, go inside the project, and there is an option come called add post build action. So here you see it is saying build other projects. The moment you are going to execute, you are going to complete your build with the development part, you are going to start another project called QA. Apply and save, right? So in my development project, I have initialized another project. It means the moment my execution of development project ends, it will execute my QA project. Now let me go back to my pipeline. I'll show you my pipeline. So my MS Abbasi latest pipeline here. Now my pipeline looks like this. Development project and then QA project. These two projects you can see I have. Now I will go inside my QA project. Fine. Let me open my QA project here. I'm going to configure my project, and inside this project again I will go in the post build action. So add post build action. I'm going to build another project, and that is my production project. This is my production project. Apply and see. Fine. Let me go back again here, and this time when I open my pipeline, you will see development project in the pipeline. First it will execute, and then it will execute QA project, and then it will execute production project, right? So my all builds are automatically not only integrating but also deploying and developing, right? So CI CD part of creating a pipeline, building a pipeline, linking of the project from one to another, these all things we have been doing inside our pipeline. Guys, so far any issues in this? Understood how we create the pipeline? If you want, I can show you once again how pipeline works. Definitely we will go ahead and we will check how pipeline works, but right now I'm just implementing the pipeline. Is it clear how pipeline is working? Abdul said once again, fine. So in the pipeline, Abdul, what we have to do basically is, others guys can also revise it. In the pipeline, we need to have multiple environments, right? We have to club all these environments together. So one by one, we can go ahead and we can execute all these environment in a single shot automatically. So it means once someone commits the code in the repository, this code will execute one particular server. At the same time, all the respective environments, right, the code will be deployed there, will be tested there automatically. This is what pipeline means. Now in creating the pipeline, we are creating it like this. We are opening first project. This is my the first project, right? The first step which I want to execute. I will go inside this first, right? So it is executing in the pipeline right now. Now I want to link another project with this project. So I will go in the project. In the below part, I will see add post build action. I will click on build other projects. The moment I click on build other project, it says project to build. So after development project, I have my another environment called QA environment. So I'm going to test my QA environment. That's what I'm writing here, right? QA environment, fine. And then trigger only if build is stable. It means only when your development project is passed, then your this environment will work. Or trigger even if the build is unstable or even if the build fails. So let's say even if it is failing, it means my development, build is failing, then also it will going to execute my QA project, right? The QA environment. My code will be deployed in any case. Now I have my development project linked with QA project. This time I have to open my QA project. These two linking done. The similar way I have to provide here, this is the production project, right? So production project I'm going to provide because I want to execute development, then QA, and then production. So first I provided upstream as a development and downstream as a production here. So now if you see on the upper side, it is saying upstream project is which one? Development. Downstream project is which one? Production. Right. So my middle project is which one? QA. That's how we generally design our pipeline. Now if I go inside my pipeline, this is my pipeline view. This time, right, I have one more test pipeline for you guys. This is the pipeline is hello world pipeline. So whatever the code I'm going to execute, the code will execute here. See, I just executed before the session, right? So we have multiple pipelines to monitor, right? Let's go ahead and monitor this pipeline. I am going to commit my code. So let's say here I'm going to change this code, save it. From the repository, I am going to commit it. As a developer, let's say I'm going to commit on 07/28/2021. Commit. I already told you this is SVN Tortoise which I'm using, right? You can do the same thing via command prompt as well. So it's completely up to you what you want. Code committed successfully. Fine. Now let's go into the repository. This is my repository. I see 28 seconds ago my code committed. Let me open my pipeline. Let me refresh this. Open this project first. Here, right, it should automatically starts getting the update from my project. Let's wait for 1 minute. See, it started already, right? I didn't start, it started already my project. Similarly, if I go in my pipeline, you will see the pipeline is working, right? Development project start, got executed, right, at July 28 for 5.6 seconds. At the same time, automatically in the green, if you see, it is executed my QA project as well, right, for 2.3 seconds. Now let me refresh this page once again. See, my production project also worked. Same code I deployed at one place, the code was tested and deployed onto the development. The same code tested and deployed onto the QA, and the same code tested and deployed onto the production as well. Right, guys? You can see the console output here, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And triggering a new build of production project, right? Because I'm checking for QA. In the production also, if you see, it is giving me the output. I will go inside this console output. I can check and it is giving me the data. That's how, guys, your entire pipeline works. Now you see we are getting the updated result 2, 3, 4. This is my first pipeline. This is my second pipeline. It works automatically, right? I just committed the code in the Git. From the Git, it automatically took the code and executed the complete code in a single sequence and then sent an email to a respective recipient. Guys, got it or not? How to build a pipeline? You can have your automation test in QA project, you can have your automation test in a development project as well as in production environment as well. It could be on any place. What I'm saying basically is the same piece of code need to be tested across all the platforms, need to be deployed across all the platforms, right? For that we need the pipeline. The task which you're talking about, that automation test in a QA project, it means you're specifically talking about just one environment. We are talking about multiple environment, right? So testing activities should be done across all the environments. Here in the Jenkins part, what you can do simply is you can execute your code across multiple platforms, right? And at the same time, you can achieve the portion of CD as well, the deployment. So development, QA, and after QA we have taken one more called production into the consideration. We, like I said already, just to save time, I use the same repositories. You, if you want to use, definitely you will use 3 different repositories as well. So it will take the code from one repository, it will take the code from second, it will take the code from third automatically. You don't need to do anything. Thank you for watching this video. Hope the cover topics will help you in your career development and growth. See you in our next video.